Well, hello everyone, and welcome to the Prince Magnum channel, where hot rodding and romance do coexist. I'm your host, Prince Magnum. Welcome to another live stream, a late live stream. And let me tell y'all, we've got a magic show going. It's not going to be as long as we normally stream. Dang, I think I'm about to crash a wall between work and YouTube. I'm about to crash a wall. Woo! I'm wore out. Lied down a little while ago. My head, was doing its thing, just because I wasn't sleeping enough, and I just, I'm crashing, man. Between working right now 7 days a week, about 9 hours straight each day, and then trying to rock and roll a YouTube channel, I think I'm crashing a wall. What's going on? How you doing, Kevin? Welcome to the live stream. Sorry I am late tonight. Yeah, I literally lied down a while ago and I just did a full-on crash where I'm running behind today. I'm literally running behind just because I've finally pushed to the point where dear old Prince Magnum needs some time to rest. Literally, I have been working 7 days a week at my regular job, and then I've still been streaming 6 times a week, and finally, it just caught up to me today. So I'm firing up the coffee pot. I'm still going to put on tonight's magic show, but thank God I'm not streaming tomorrow because I don't think I could keep this pace up at the rate that I'm going. It's finally catching up to me. Uh, well, unfortunately, they have no choice to right now. I Out of all the my backup maintenance guy quit literally just a couple days ago. He'd been calling out like crazy, anyways. And when he was there, I was still pulling down double duty. Just he wasn't happy with the job, and it finally caught up to him, and he quit. He quit. So I'm the only guy who can do maintenance in that store right now. So it's catching up to me, and it's catching up to me fast. And this coming week, we may actually have to back off to 5 days a week where I stream, and so I can get a little bit of downtime to kind of. Well, I appreciate that, Harrison. Appreciate that. So right now, I'm currently firing up the coffee. I'm still doing a magic show, but it has literally caught up to me where I'm just, I'm hitting that wall, man. I'm hitting the wall. If I hadn't have promised I would do this, I would have said, no, I need to back off. But a promise is a promise to me. Gosh dang it, Galaxy, you and your hairballs. So that's where we're at on this. So it's catching up to me fast, but it's just one of them things. Uh, so I'm glad to see you all tonight. Currently, right now, I am kind of gathering my senses because literally, Princess Faye, I woke up in a rush and I started to set everything up. Princess Faye calls, where are you okay? Yeah, I'm fine. I just got one of those texts that you weren't. And I said, well, okay. I said, don't worry. I said, I passed out. I'm tired. She's like, you need to slow down. So we're gonna do things a little bit different with tonight's magic show. Hey, what's going on, Queen Bee? Sorry, I am running seriously behind tonight. I passed out from complete exhaustion between work. I've been working 7 days straight right now, and I crashed a wall because I've been staying about 9 hours at a time at work. Yesterday I only had to stay six, but still, most of the time I'm there about 9. Well, hi, Mama Sketch Scars. Yeah, I need to slow down. Yeah. No, thank you for calling. For checking on me. I'm all right. I'm just exhausted, and if it's catching up to me. Matter of fact, I lied down here on the couch, and was setting up for the magic show, and I literally just kind of crashed. I was like, I gotta lie down for a few. And oh, yeah, you know what it's like. Yeah. So tonight will be one of those. I'm not going to stream as long as I normally do tonight. It's catching up to me. I mean, I've tried to, it's like I tried to be the tough guy on this one, but I can't keep this pace up. um, so, we're going to have a lot of fun in tonight's live stream still. But after this, I'm going to take a day off. And when we come back, Tuesday, we might have to amend the schedule until there's a second maintenance man in that store. You're right. You're right, Mama Sketch Scars. You're absolutely right. And it's yeah, I know. Don't push myself. If we do stay live 6 days, it one of those days is going to be real easy. Well, I'm glad to see you too, Kevin. Like I said, right now I'm waiting for the coffee pot. It's doing its thing, and I basically just fired up the stream. Said we're still, I'm still going to do what I do, and still going to put on the best show I possibly can. But I'll admit to y'all, I'm not 100% right now. I did not realize how exhausted I truly am until a while ago, and it's Princess Faye's like, I've been worried about this. Well, welcome to the live stream. Welcome to the Supreme Anime. Oh, I know who that is. Oh my gosh. Well, I am so glad you're in the live. Folks, we have a special friend joining one of the live streams right now. It's a dear friend of mine. I actually work with him. If I'm not mistaken, I know the channel. So I'm glad that you're here, man. Uh, I'm I'm working it totally exhausted. They're killing me over at work. Killing me. Oh my gosh. Think different. Welcome to the live. We got already a good crowd coming in. All right. So heads up, I am going to still do a magic show tonight. It's going to be a little different because I'm also clean. I was cleaning the kitchen earlier and it is still a disaster, you know? Yeah. Yeah. What's going on, Mike G? I was in Mike G's live earlier. Yeah, I was in Mike G's live earlier, and it was kind of a nice, quiet stream. I ended up, it was such a nice, quiet, and relaxed stream. I ended up conking out on him in the middle of his stream, taking it, I dozed off in the middle of his stream, and I kind of wake back up and then fall back asleep. It was still good. Yeah. Well, I'll probably see about where sometime where I might do. What's going on, Daniel? Thank you, Think Different. Appreciate that. I might just do more an extra Q&A. Uh, you know, Today's day 7 in a row at work. So the last day I had off was last week Sunday, and it is catching up to me. I feel like a train wreck right now, so I may have to dial back a little bit. Might have to do a kind of a chill stream or something like that. You know. Well, I'm glad you are, Kevin. Glad everyone's here. It's so good to see everyone. Um, and yesterday's live stream was huge. When we shut down yesterday's live stream, we had 117 views with yesterday's Sexy Saturday. That is crazy huge, man. That is crazy huge. But it's not as huge as we have done on believe it or not, for a Sexy Saturday, that's slow because normally Okay, okay, Mama Sketch Scars. You go and you take care tonight. Thank you for coming and checking on me. Appreciate that. For those who don't know, that's Mama Sketch Scars, my partner's mom. My partner, Jammin' John. That's his mom, and she's a very sweet woman. Just absolutely, just a really sweet, sweet, sweet woman. The world could do with a lot more moms like her. She's just an amazing woman through and through. And I can't think of, it is such an honor when she does come in here. I'm just very blessed I feel very blessed when she comes in here. She's just such a sweet woman. And I always enjoy it when she pops in. So here we are. I'm half asleep. Oh God. But I'm still going to put on a hell of a show. um Now, heads up, it is some of the during this stream right now, like I said, I'm waiting for coffee too. I need coffee. um so right now, right, right. Oh, that was funny as heck. Which, for the record, I told Princess Faye, I said, we do that. If we do, I've got some ideas, she's got some ideas, and so we're gonna continue with it. I don't know if, again, we might have to do something a little different this next Saturday, but I don't know if she's gonna get next Saturday off. But if it is a thing, we'll definitely do it again. Um, because I know you all were really impressed how close she got that look to Boy George in that video. Because when I showed it to her, she's like, "Man, that's gonna take me a minute to get used to." And she practiced the look on herself a little bit, and she's like, "I think I got it." And then she did it last night, and she kept muttering, "I'm not happy with your eyebrows. I'm not happy with your eyebrows." And I'm like, "Oh, honey, honey, it'll be all right." Well, I know Ian's probably in bed right now. He's probably wondering if I was okay, but lied down to make sure. Right. I need to make sure some of y'all got my phone number, so in case something like this happens again, you guys could get a hold of me. Okay. I appreciate that. Appreciate that. So we're gonna go grab my coffee cup wherever the frick I left it. Grab my lucky coffee cup, the one my son got me. Oh, you think he's coming in? All right. Well, we'll wait for him. I don't want to get started without him. If he's not able to make it, I understand. I know it's really late where he's at. It's like 2 in the morning where he's at. Um, and So I will admit again, I'm kind of burned the candle. I guess you could say I'm burning behind the milk. Behind the milk. I love it. I love it. All right. Yeah, it finally caught me today. I'm just dead tired. I probably look at. Oh, no, no, if you enjoyed it, that was all that mattered. Um, and I know there's been where some guy. I will tell you, my wife is dead tired. Equal live stream. Yep. Actually, that's one I need to do sometime. Let's talk about how what some of my steps are in a live stream. So I'm going to take care of a couple of kitty cats so they're chill, and I think we're about as ready as we can be. Oh yeah, hey, they're coming already. They're ready to eat. Okay, you guys ready? All righty. I kind of moved my camera stand down a little bit so you guys are a little bit more situated here. Don't mind the mess. I said I was crashed out here on the couch, kind of chilling out. Alrighty, so we're gonna tip y'all down a little bit so maybe you can get a look. Yeah, that's a pretty good shot. Alrighty. I'll see you later. See you later, Mama Sketch Cars. Alrighty. So here we are again. Well, I appreciate that. No, it wasn't necessarily a rough day. It's just I'm exhausted. Work is just tearing me apart. There, we'll start off with an easy one. You guys get a good look at it. First part of this, I will suggest that you go full screen if you were on a cellular device so you guys can get a good look at this. Definitely recommend full screen. Okay. But basically what I have done here, I'm proud that I have all of you as friends. You guys mean the world to me. Okay. Basically what I have done is I've taken all of this deck and put it in order from the king down to the ace. Okay? King down to the ace. Ah, okay. So there you have it, okay? This is what I've done. King all the way down to the ace with this deck in order, okay? And we'll put the deck together right like this. Well, thank you so much. I appreciate that, Kevin. Now, the deck is together. That's a pretty nifty looking deck. Princess Faye got this for me for the last holiday season. That's a pretty neat deck. Very spooky looking. Perfect for a magic trick. All right. We're going to give the deck a cut right like that. Okay. Now, the deck started off in order, but by giving it a cut like that, we've changed that order. But let's say I give the deck another cut, obviously in a different spot. Okay. Then that changes the deck's order again. So let's give the deck a third cut, thus changing the order one more time. So now we've given the deck 3 cuts. We have changed the order now a total of 3 times. But for the purposes of enjoyment, let's do it 3 more times. Obviously, I'm not going to cut it in the same exact spot. That's what the riffle is for. Right like that. Is to make sure that I don't cut it in the same exact spot. One more time. Perfect. Make sure I got enough room so you all see this proper. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Let's continue on. This is the boring part of the trick, and I'm supposed to be entertaining. But doggone it, you know. It only takes a moment, but I'm going to lay these out right like this. Alrighty. Now, it does not matter which one I do. It will not matter because, as you shall see, all of them will match from beginning to end, through and through. We split the deck a total of 6 times. It did not matter because all of them match each other still from beginning to end. Maybe, well, regardless of how you view it, the magic is in the fact that even though I split that deck 6 times, I still made the cards all match up. Now, the funny thing about this particular magic trick, it was actually taught to me by a professional thief that was actually on his way. He'd pretty well gotten caught, and he was actually getting ready to go to prison. So he ended up getting in trouble due to his ways. But the irony of it is that there you go. From beginning to end, every last one matching up completely. Not bad. There you go. Now, again, to all moderators, if anyone does know how the trick has worked and they try to give it away to those that don't, you guys know what to do. Okay. Thank you. Appreciate that. YouTube's been having a lot of problems lately. A lot of problems. Oh, goodness. Yeah, I started late too. Oh, this is. Yeah. It's good to see you, Mike. So many of y'all being here with me. Appreciate that. Okay. Let's have a little fun here. There are 52 cards in a deck. Half of that is 26. So, another one of my favorite decks that Princess Faye got me. So, do a couple quick shuffles. Half of the deck. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, and 26. Half of the deck, you have just seen it. So, there's no way I could cheat this, right? But how about this? I'm going to find the ace of spades for you all. The ace of spades. Ready? Here we go. The ace of spades. I usually will do a Q&A. at that point, or video ideas. I'll just make a quick. I'll just put up some different car video stuff. So there you have it, the Ace of Spades. Now, I would love to tell you guys the secret to this one, but the secret, unfortunately, I cannot give away because the person that taught this trick to me asked that I never give away the secret. I've been sworn to secrecy on that one. Right? Actually, it's a real neat looking deck that Princess Faye got me. I love this deck. Just look at that. Isn't that beautiful? A gorgeous looking deck. It's amazing looking. It is. Love that deck. The back, absolutely amazing. Cover, just as amazing. And again, this is just a regular bicycle deck that anybody could go buy at like Walmart. I don't think they still sell anymore, but I just work with bicycle cards. Okay. This magic trick is actually known as the Three Ladies. Let me turn you all around so you can see a little bit better. This is known as the Three Ladies. It's one of my favorite magic tricks because I get to tell a little bit of a story with this one. Now, this is a take on the old Three Cowboys or the Three Bank Robbers. I've heard that one. I didn't like that. I didn't think that was a very good magic trick to do. So I changed it and decided to do my focus on it with the queens instead. Okay. Now that I've said that, okay, with the queens, if you will, Queen of Hearts will represent my beautiful, lovely wife. And I believe our dear Queen Bee will probably be in on this, and one just another one of the ladies within the Maverick Nation will just say for fun. Yeah, I could have done that too. Could have done that too. All righty. So now that I have these three ladies set up, yeah, could have done, yeah. Now that I have that set up, let me walk you through. Princess Faye, Queen Bee, and another one of their friends decides they're going to go into Walmart and they're going to leave me out in the car. Or TFZ Gaming and I are going to be stuck in the car. Okay. And while they're in there, one of them's going to go over here, grab some nice looking shoes. Another one. I got a funny feeling Queen Bee's probably going to go over, probably look at some of the makeup to help Princess Faye slather me up later. And then, of course, Princess Faye, I hope she's going over there to the clothing section for something interesting for later on in the evening. But I know with dear TFZ Gaming and myself, we get to missing our gals, start feeling all lonely and everything. All we got to do is grab the cell phone and call up, honey. You left us out here. We're missing you. Could you come out and spend some time with us? And I know, just like that, the gals will come running back to make sure we're okay. How's that? Oh, and in case if any of you are wondering, there is, I don't stack my decks. If you were wondering, padding them up. There will be no extra queens. Yeah, I don't believe in doing that stuff. There you go. The three ladies. All righty. I'm going to turn y'all up here so you guys can get a good look at this one. For this next magic trick, all I need is a rubber band, and my wedding ring. Do not worry, I have Princess Faye's permission to use my wedding ring for this magic trick. Feels weird taking that off. Feels weird. All righty. Now, gravity is still gravity, and I don't use trick mirrors. So what you're about to see might amaze you, it might shock you, but any which way you slice it, it's still hopefully going to be entertaining. Let me get a good grip here. I'm a firm believer that regardless if gravity is still gravity, if a husband loves his wife more than anything in the world, gravity doesn't mean a thing. Let's do that again. Full view of the camera, one continuous shot. There you go. For the record, I did that magic trick one time saying that it was just sheer power of love that made my wedding ring climb up this rubber band. And there was a woman that looks at her husband in the Fredericktown McDonald's, looks right at her husband, said, "You better be making our wedding ring just fly all around this room." I'm like, oh, shoot, I got someone in trouble. Poor guy. All righty. Where did I? You guys know what's about to happen. A little bit of sleight of hand here. Like I said, I won't be streaming as long as I normally do, but we're still going to have some fun. I actually have some tricks that normally I do if I have an assistant, but I hadn't got one tonight. Poor Princess Faye stuck at work too. One of them things, one of them things. All righty. Now I got asked to do a magic show tonight. And I'm glad that I did because actually it's making me feel pretty good about me. All right. Let's see if I can do this. Oh, if you're wondering, these are my old uniform pants from when I worked nursing. Like I said, I was all relaxing. Okay. And here we go. Remember, folks, with sleight of hand, it's not what you see. It's what you didn't see. A little bit of close-up live stream magic. Pretty good. There we go. Not bad. I actually got this coin of all the things. They had some promotional thing going on at work, well, with McDonald's. And basically, it's a coin that for a while you could have gotten for like 50 years of a Big Mac or something like that. Hey, what's going on, Mike G? Welcome back. Well, now I'm going to have to do a little bit more sleight of hand for you. Oh, man. Yes, Queen, I'm using the vapor. I'm not outside smoking. Because I know you've been getting on to me about by smoking. Yeah, yeah. You need some cheering up now? Okay, hang on here, buddy. You ready? Okay, Mike G. Boom. How's that? Not bad? Oh, and to show you that it's not a collapsible coin or anything like that. Oh, no. You like that? You like that, Mike? You guys lost power? Are you guys okay over there, Queen? I didn't do it. I didn't do it. Dang magic. Alrighty. Oh, using your phone. Thank you for sticking with me, Queen. Appreciate that. Alright. What do you think, Mike G? Was that good? Was that good? Currently, one of my coworkers is in here who's just starting his channel on. Hang on a second. Dream Anime. Since I know who you are, and I know what you do, real quick, Supreme Anime, if you'll drop a comment in the chat, you'll notice that the text of your name has changed. Oh, you taking off? Yeah, I know you got to work tomorrow too. I know you got to work. You're on stress from hell too. Yeah, it's actually a code. Supreme Anime is actually. Mike D, I'm so glad you're here, man. You're a good guy. Get a kick out of you. All right. Real quick, Mike, you'll appreciate this one. All right. All I need for this is a rubber band and my wedding ring, okay? And that feels weird taking my ring off. I never take my ring off, except for this magic trick. And don't worry, I have my wife's permission to do it. I'm glad you're here. Gravity's still gravity, right, though? I sound muffled. Hang on. Is that any better? Gosh, I hope it is. That better? Okay. For this one, a rubber band, a wedding ring, despite gravity. Would you like to see that again? How's that? That's all it is. How's that for cool? That nifty? Awesome, awesome. You guys are going to love this then. I'm going to tilt the camera down just a little bit so you can get a good look at it. All righty. Mike G. As you can tell, Princess Faye does a little bit of artwork on this table. Which I love her artwork. Come on, hands. Don't fail me now. All righty. Give the deck a quick shuffle. 52 cards in a deck. Half of that is 26. I will suggest if you're using a mobile device to go full screen so you don't miss this. All right? So I'm going to show you half of the deck. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, and 26. There is no way I can cheat this. But I'm going to be a really cool magician. All right. This time around, I'm going to bring up the 9 of hearts. The 9 of hearts. The 9 of hearts. Again, this is just a regular deck of bicycle cards. By the Was that good? Was that good, Mike? Was that good? Now that makes my day when someone's sitting there going, how the hell did he just do that? This is one of the ones that I can't tell you how it's done. And real quick again, this is one of my favorite decks that I've got. I mean, look at these cards. Just beautiful looking deck, isn't it? It's just a regular set of bicycle cards you can buy right off the shelf in Walmart. Well, you were able to buy them off the shelf right at Walmart. I love these things. Isn't that beautiful? I got some neat looking cards. Princess Faye loves getting me some good looking cards. And she always likes to tell me, she's like, you know, if you're going to do magic, you know, you got to have some good looking cards to work. And I said, yeah, you right, baby. You know, so she got me these gorgeous looking cards. I love them. Love them. And she even got me these. Basically, it was like, you know, oh, she's at work right now, wishing she was home. No question about that. Give me a second. Normally I have this one all set up, but I'll set this one up real quick. Only take a minute. But while we're doing that, let me tell you all, the magic tricks that you're seeing tonight are the end result of a stroke that I had. Actually, this September will be 10 years since that stroke, since I had a stroke. But I had lost feeling on the left side of my body, couldn't move my left hand right. And there I was, you know, I knew that I could still work. So I knew I wouldn't be able to do disability or anything like that. So I'm like, you know, I need to do something. And I went and I started the sleight of hand. I kept taking staph infections and ended up getting a staph infection right next to my spine. And I had like 13 in 1 year. And the 10th or 11th one was right next to my spine. And the stress my body was under and everything like that, straight to the brain. And I even have some trouble with the vision in my left eye. One just felt weird. So because of that, I had to retire from the medical field. But to get my left hand moving again, I taught myself that sleight of hand stuff that that you just seen a little while ago. That was my original magic trick, was doing stuff like that. Um, if someone was here to act as my assistant, what I would normally do is I would even make it look like that coin goes through their hand. I've gotten that good. So because of that stroke, I self-taught myself how to do magic. And when you teach yourself one trick, it doesn't take long. You learn dozens more. And that's what's happened to me. So it all started with a stroke. And thankfully, we're still here and we're still rocking and rolling. I could do what I do. Thankfully, I didn't hit me that hard. Physical therapy was magic. So thank you, Mike G. I appreciate that. So, yep. All righty. You guys want to see, I'm going to show you the original card trick I learned. Now, the trick that I'm about to show you was literally taught to me by a professional thief that was actually getting ready to go to prison. Right. I have my moments where, I'll have some troubles with my left eye, or I'll have some troubles with concentration. There's even been times in the stream that, in live, that you guys have seen me go, okay, what was I talking about? Just completely blank out. It happens. And it's just like, whoa, and I do the best I can, though. And like I said, I even lost a lot of movement in my left hand. But because of the magic, I've gotten a lot of that movement back. And believe it or not, sometimes my left hand is actually faster than my right, which that's impressive. Because I'm right-handed. Okay, I'm going to slide y'all over here. And now again, you might want to go full screen for this. Oh, hey, it's all good. It's all good, Kevin. Welcome back. What I have done is I have set the cards up to go from the king down to the ace. And I've matched them up to their suit. Okay? Every one of them. I'm fanning these out because I want you guys to see that this is as legit as it gets. Okay? It's such a simple magic trick. It's unbelievable. So what I'm going to do from here is I'm going to put the deck together. And this deck is now in order. Each suit matching each other in order. Okay? But if we give the deck a cut, we change that order. Okay? We change that order. But if we give the deck another cut, a second cut, we've changed that order again. Please note, the riffle is there. So I don't cut the deck in the same exact spot. Let's give it a third cut there. See, a third cut. For fun, let's go ahead and go a fourth cut. Please note, again, I am not cutting it in the same exact spot. 5 cuts. And 6. 6 cuts. We have changed the order of this deck. Not necessarily drastically, but enough that it doesn't match itself anymore. Okay? Each cut in a different spot, not matching itself. You guys ready for this? from here, all I gotta do is just lay the cards out to see. Now, for the purposes of humor, this is the reason why I am, this magic trick is the main reason why I am not allowed near a casino. Because despite how good you might be with cards or how good a dealer might be with cards, you guys aren't playing the odds with me. Every card will now match each other from beginning to end, regardless of how many times I split that deck. From beginning to end, every card perfectly matched. As promised. How is that for cool? Let's take that in a moment. How's that for cool, huh? Not bad? Not bad for the old man here. You guys are awesome. Oh my gosh, Kevin, still giving me crap, huh? You think I could, Mike? Think I could? The one that blows everyone's mind is the one where I tell you what that I'm going to pull up a particular card. That's the one that gets everybody all the time. That one always blows everyone's mind. Here, real quick. For the record, I hate card tricks, okay? Absolutely despise card tricks. So, there you go. 3, 2, 1, now! That's how much I hate card tricks. There you go. Okay. There is a video where I show the wedding ring, how to use your wedding ring in a rubber band. I show that one. It's literally called Surviving Romance. The Magic of Romance is literally what it's called. And it's a really awesome video. And I show in that video, I do the magic trick and then I show you how to do it. And then I tell you some stories about that magic trick. Now, real quick, again, there you go, Mike. They tell a magician you can't do the same trick twice. I think I could get away with it. You like that? That was cool. I show how to do that magic trick in a video. One of my favorites. Uh, as a matter of fact, because I'm using a wedding ring and a rubber band, and I'm telling you, gravity's still gravity. At least here at HQ, it's still gravity. But along with that, not only is gravity still gravity, for the purposes of the show, I'll say it's just the love that a husband has for his wife. But there is a secret to it, obviously. One of my favorites. One of my favorites. Oh, goodness. I apologize. Take the spark plug out and tell everyone that it's just not working right. That's what I do. Or disconnect the spark plug wire. That's what I'd do. I told Princess Faye if we ever had a lawn, I'd kill it. Just buy an old car and just move it from spot to spot till the grass dies, and then move it move it to another spot. Just keep doing that. You could do another one. That's another one. But you got to be careful doing that, because if you get the banana in there too tight, what'll happen is it'll cause the valves to warp, and then you just destroy a lawnmower. You're not looking to kill it permanently. You're just looking to, make it not run. So, Mike G, what do you think so far? You like this? Still trying to figure out that that whole ring thing, I think. Yeah, and I get. I will not be streaming tomorrow, but Mondays I take off, which evidently I need that day off more than I thought. Normally I'm on by 1 o'clock a.m. you guys' time, and then but 7 o'clock my time, and I crashed hard, really hard, and it just took a toll on me. I've worked 7 days straight, and I'm exhausted. I'm absolutely, totally exhausted right now. The coffee is what's keeping me going right now. Yeah, yeah. I just had no. I laid down because my head was hurting, and I woke up like, and then I started setting things up. And Princess Faye called, said, "Are you okay?" I said, "Yeah, I just fell asleep." And she's like, "All right, as long as you're okay." Um, you know, Everyone was kind of wondering. Queen sent me a text asking if you were okay, if you were still streaming tonight, and that's when I called you. I said, well, "Yeah, I'm all right." So I'm just exhausted. I said I didn't realize how tired I was, and she said, "Well, as long as you're okay, babe." So, um, yeah, I'm just wore out. Work's been killing me, and it's not their fault. They don't. There is no other person to take over on maintenance. There is no one else. Back for now? Okay, Queen. Okay. I was gonna say, um, my I was gonna say, was thinking of you. I did your did your one that where I make the one card come up that I tell you what card I'm gonna pull up. Can't see them. Actually, no. I think your favorite one is still the wedding ring and the rubber band. I think that's one of your favorites. Oh, I'm actually from a little town called Bon Terre, Missouri, uh, in St. Francis County. It's a real small town, and I'm gonna do something bad. I need a cigarette. Yeah, yeah. Normally, I'm live every day at 1 a.m. your time, because I know a lot of you guys are from the UK, and because you guys are from the UK, um, you know, that's why I don't like to be late. I feel really horrible because I know you guys are up. You know, you guys, yeah. So you guys are, yeah. It's a real small town. I think the last time I think something like 4,000 people where you know, and as big as my channel is, I'm actually the first one from my area, to my knowledge, that is literally from this area, not a transplant, if you will. You know, moved to the area, already somewhat successful. There's a couple of YouTube channels that are quite a bit bigger than mine. We're talking like one of them's in the millions, the last I heard. And then there's another one that is at like 25, 26, you know, supporters. And then there's mine that's at 1,000. So that should give you an idea. There's probably a couple others in the area. And I know, mm, yeah, I remember you telling me you're from Pennsylvania. Um, which I've never been to Pennsylvania. I hear it's nice over there, like not a bad place, you know. Missouri used to be a really nice state years ago, when John Ashcroft was governor, but since then it's went to hell in a handbasket. Congratulations, Mike. I remember when I started my channel, um, and literally when I started my channel, I started off my very first video. Well, that is the plan. One of these days, I hope to get around to see all of you. You know, take Project Spirit, jump in and just start cruising the countryside and live streaming from different places, you know, meeting different subscribers and things like that. That is a plan one of these days. Now, Tuesday, we will be going live because there's going to be an unboxing episode. We're in the wind down stage. I'm going to stream a little bit longer, but not much, because I'm freaking exhausted. I can't. I need to go kind of relax a little bit. It's too much right now. But to give you guys an idea, when I started my channel, my very first video is actually still up. I'd enjoy that. I'd enjoy that, Kevin. My first video that I did was 5 things I would take to the zombie apocalypse. Oh, we'd have a lot of fun. We'd have a lot of fun. But 5 things I'd bring to the zombie apocalypse. That was my first video, and it's still up there. And it was a good video for what it was. It was a real good video. And last I looked, it's been a long time since I've looked at that video, but my original video, last I looked, oh, you using your headphones to listen? When I looked at it last, it was barely at 500, and that video is almost like 10 years old. And so that was my very first video. There was no Prince Magnum. Literally, my username was Prince Magnum 1, which ironically is also my email address. It's princemagnum1@gmail.com. So it's all lowercase, numerical 1 at gmail.com. And that was my very first video. It was a good video. I mean, I felt it was just poor quality in video. And it took me something like 7 takes. Not bad for my first time. And got it. And I was really happy with it. I would enjoy that. I would enjoy that. I love good food. I love good food. So, so I did, you know, I did that video, and it wasn't, like I said, it wasn't a bad video. But then I did another one that was kind of goofy. I took it off a long time ago because I knew the channel, when I decided I was going to do the Prince Magnum channel, um, do an actual channel. And YouTube was a different place at that time. We're talking, this is all the way back in 2015 when I started making videos. Initially, I had seen some survival channels and I liked what they were doing, but I thought no one was doing anything at that time for people that live in the city, in city areas. And I was living in not a major metropolitan area. I'd say somewhere in the middle. It wasn't as big as like, say, St. Louis, but it definitely wasn't as small as, say, Bonne Terre. It wasn't even small as like Farmington, where I live. It was, a good sized town, really good sized town. And if a natural disaster happened, how would a person learn to survive in an area like that? Well, a lot of those videos are still up. I never took those down. But initially, I was going to create a survival channel. And then I was doing some other stuff and realized that I had a lot of ideas, but there was no set way to do the Prince Magnum channel yet. Well, Princess Faye said, your one love that you've always had has been project cars. Let's get you a project car. Because at that time, we had a 91 Ford Tempo. And I started YouTube all the way back in 2010, technically. But it took me until like about 2015 to actually make a channel. No, I take that back. It wasn't 2010. It was 2012. Then I started my channel in 2015. But I started my YouTube account all the way back in 2010. So, and YouTube was a different place back then. I actually remember a time when you could log into YouTube, and if you were of age, you could actually look up pornographic videos on YouTube. That tells you how long ago this was. But that was a long, long, long time ago. You can't do that now. But initially, if you could, if you were of the right age, you could watch, just about anything on YouTube at that time. And there wasn't the live stream community like there was back then. Okay, I see what. Okay, so we got my the project car because that 91 Ford Tempo, something happened and basically blew the guts out of it, and that engine only had 30,000 miles. That's it. It would just barely broke in. When we got it, it only had 15,000 miles. And that was the end of that car. So we got a real, a car that could actually become a project. And that was the 96 Mustang that originally was known as Project Beauty. That's the original project car. Sometime we'll have to talk about that car. Took home 2 trophies with that car. I still got trophies from car shows from that car. But that was way, 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 way back then. And then from there, after Princess Faye was in her horrible accident with Project Beauty, there you go. What's going on, Ian? We just did a little bit of magic. You might have to watch playback. I'm sorry I was late tonight. I crashed hard, brother. Today's my 7th day in a row, and I've been spending about 9 hours a day at work, and it's catching up to me fast. And I got to talk to one of my bosses tomorrow and say I need to back off. Go back to doing only doing 6.5 hours because this is too much. And Queen, you lie low, okay? Be careful. If weather's getting bad where you're at, you stay safe, okay? You and TFZ both. We love you guys, So I crashed hard earlier and work's killing me, man. So I did some magic for y'all tonight, and I am wore out. I'm probably going to be shutting down the stream soon so I can kind of relax a little bit. Figure out to stream at least an hour, which there you go. Picking up his car. What kind of car are you getting? in Ohio. I have family still in Ohio. My great grandpa, when he came to this country from Germany, a Camaro. Okay, I know he's got another Camaro. He's been that engine's gone in it. If he decides he wants to get rid of that, let me know. I got a son who. Okay. Um, if he decides he wants to get rid of that other Camaro, plus no power, okay. Well, if he decides he wants to get rid of that other Camaro that's got the blown engine, let me know because I got a son who's wanting a project car. He's 12 now. Thank you, Kevin, for being here with me. Appreciate that. You know, so yeah, I'm exhausted. I started late today and it's going to kind of hit the watch hours a little bit, but I understand, I think you all understand. I'm just stretched at yeah, he decided because I got a son who wants I'll tell that story real quick. My son, see, for a while I was a single dad. This is before Princess Faye, and I was with another gal when I became a single dad. And at that time, I had a Project 83 no, I'm sorry, 84 Buick Regal Grand. It was just your basic Buick Regal. Had a 3.8 V in it. Hey, thank you. Thank you for being here with me. Appreciate that. It means the world to me. But yeah, I started off with I had this 84 Buick Regal. Wasn't a Grand National or anything like that. Just had a crappy 3.8 Buick V6 in it. And we pulled that engine, pulled that transmission out, and I dropped in a custom built Chevrolet 283 from 1965 and a 350 turbo automatic transmission with a B&M shift improvement kit. This car was cool. It didn't look like much, but it was a cool car. And I started driving that. And, when I would go out and work on that car, I would take my son out, who was at that time 3. And I would work on the car with him, teaching him about cars. He actually knew more about that. He knew more about that car than the manufacturers who built them. See, he knew a lot about cars already then. Well, then he, I had a falling out with that gal I was with, and this was the gal before Princess Faye, Lady Katrina. I had a falling out with her, just wasn't going to work. She didn't want to be stepmom, it's. Yeah, and you're awesome, man. And we split basically. So I'm living up there with my mom for a little while, my mom and stepdad, with my son, single dad, on my own. And I was going over to pick up my paycheck, and some crazy college kid rear-ended that car. My son loved this Buick Regal, this 84 Buick Regal. It was pretty cool. It was a pretty cool car. I think I did a video about it a long time ago. And this college kid, oh no, Ian, trust me, man, you're more awesome than you'll ever give yourself credit for. You're 1,000 times more awesome. You and everybody, who supports the channel. And this crazy college kid rear-ended my car, and he hit me so hard he sheared one of the body panels up the back side on the driver's side rear part of the trunk. And he hit me so hard, he sheared the body panel up. And if he'd have made another 6 inches more, I'd have had another passenger. That's how hard he hit me. Which all those old cars had weak spots on all of them, even Project Spirit has weak spots on the trunks. If you hit them on the corners of the trunk, you'll shear that body panel up the back side. And it's also like that on the front. So a straight head-on collision won't affect the car that much, but if you hit it on the corners, that's when you'll do damage. you'll just crumple that whole thing right up the side. That's just the nature. And when that, well, you don't need to be dark. You're too good of a guy to go dark. You're too good. You know better than that. You're a good man. Ian, I like you the way you are. You're a good man, and I wouldn't have you any other way. You don't need to be dark. You don't need to be anything but you. Okay. And sometime you need to tell your story. As a matter of fact, I want to, you know, you just be you. Love you the way you are, man. But anyhow, in this, when that college kid, rear-ended, rear-ended the car, we had to have it towed home and everything. And my mom pulls my son aside and says, Devin, your dad was in a car accident this morning. Buick's totaled. And my son, he looks at my switching to Twitch. I don't know, Ian. Maybe you ought to consider streaming to both platforms. I know there's a lot of people that do that. You ought to consider it. Switch, do both platforms. I've considered it. Well, my son, when my mom told him this, he's like, "Oh, Grandma, Dad can fix it." No, no, Devin, I don't think your dad can fix this. It's pretty bad. I don't think he can fix this. What's going on, TFZ Gaming? Welcome to the live stream, my man. So, you've been slacking on your streams? Slacker. Slacker. I think everybody's tired these days. It's good to see you, TFZ. So, after all of that, my mom's trying to explain to my son that I don't think your dad can fix this. Finally, my mom wakes me up because I was lying down. I'd worked the night shift, and says, "Son, you need to take Devin out and show him the car. He doesn't understand that the car's been totaled." Yeah, I heard. You went on a trip. Well, of all the things, I go take my son. I said, "Son, some crazy college kid rear-ended the Buick. I don't think, that's what's up. I don't think I could fix this." He said, "Oh no, Dad, you can fix this." I said, "Well, come on with me. I'll show you." We went outside to that Buick, and he seen how smashed up it was. And my son started crying. And he says, "Somebody broke the Buick, Dad." All right, you rest well, Mike. Appreciate you being here, buddy. And he's like, "Somebody broke the Buick, Dad." "Yeah, I was there, son." He's like, "What are we going to do?" I said, "Well, we're going to get a different car." And he was all tore up. My son cried. Oh my gosh, he cried. And, and finally after all of that, he, like I said, we got a different car, but he was so upset when I went to go get the new car inspected. I had an 87, Olds Cutlass Supreme, and we went to, I went to get the car inspected, and 383. Watch them 383s, okay? They have a tendency that if you go, hot rodding them on the road too much, you'll blow the guts out of them. So be careful with those 83s, okay? Just take good care of them. They'll last you a little while, but they just don't hold up as a regular 350. They just don't hold up. They generate a lot of power, but they don't hold up like the old 350s. What's going on? Meow, welcome to the live. I was just getting ready to wind it down, but I'll tell you what, LS engines, I'm not a big fan of the LSs. I mean, they still got a lot of your old, turbo fire V8s in them, but not enough for my liking. Oh, yeah, the LS engines aren't bad. They're good engines, but they're just not as durable as, say, like an old turbo fire V8. Now, for those that I just lost, the old turbo fire V8s is like here we go. 262, 265, 267, 283, 302, 305, 307, 327, 350, and 400. In from smallest to largest in that category. The old V8s from back then. Yeah, they're good. The LSs aren't bad engines, but compared to those engines I just listed, they're not. The LSs just don't hold up as much. So for those that are wondering about that, the 265 was the original Chevrolet small block Turbo Fire V8. The Turbo Fire is the configuration like for your Chevrolet 350, but the 265 was the original in 1955. The original wasn't that great in 55. Even though it wasn't bad, it wasn't that great either. In 1956, they made the improvement. They made the needed improvements, and the engine started coming into its own. By 1957, Chevrolet introduced the 283. The 283 was the first American engine to achieve 1 horsepower per cubic inch, coming in at 284 horses. In 1957 with a fuel injection system that did not go away until 1965. Wow. That is some knowledge that I can't even, I just studied all that stuff. By the way, the Corvette actually had the 283 under the hood from 1957 all the way up until 1961. In 1962, the Corvette started receiving the 327, which was brand new. And the Corvette kept receiving 327s all the way up until 1969. The 327 was still a contender in the Corvette all the way up until then. The most sought after 327 from the 1960s came out in 1964 and was called the L79 327, which was rated at 350 horses, 350 foot-pounds of torque, and had a revolutionary design for its camshaft that to this day is still considered high-tech. And it was a hydraulic high-performance cam. All modern-day hydraulic high-performance cams are based on the L79 327 cam. Wow. I'm actually more of a Chevy guy than I am a Ford guy. I know more about Chevy than probably Chevy. So, but no, all you do with basically the 383 stroker is you take a 400 small block crankshaft and you adapt it to a Chevrolet 350, which it's really not that much in the way of adapting, really. It's not that much to it. The 400 was a solid built engine. It was more torque than anything, made its way into pickup trucks and full-size cars. Tremendous amount of torque. I had a 400 small block that was crammed into a 78 Camaro Berlinetta that originally came out with a 305 and went out to start it one day, through the crankshaft right through the side of the oil pan. That was the end of that engine. And I was given a 400 small block. We dropped it in there, and that thing was ridiculously fast. Ridiculously fast. Top speed was 155. That should give you an indication how quick it was. And that's well over the 200 kilometer per hour range. I think at 130, it's like you're hitting 200 kilometers or something like that. I forget exactly. I'd have to run the numbers again. But you guys get the general idea. That car was a lot of fun, and it probably should have killed me, but it didn't. I'm still here. I don't think I'm a ghost. No, I'm not a ghost. Okay. Yeah, I'm not a big fan of 305s. But for well-built engines, I do like 350s. But the best engine I've ever had has been a Chevrolet 283. Chevrolet 283 has been by far the most superior engine over any engine that I've ever encountered. So, now, for the record, I did always say I wanted to do a Ford inline six, and I've done it, but eventually we're going to be putting a V8 project, into, Project Lena. I'm not Project Lena, Project Spirit. Project Lena, Princess Faye does want to do, a brand new engine for her one of these days. I already know Ian's chomping at the bit. He loves it. He loves Project Lena. Yeah, 5.3 is close to a 327, but not quite. It was close, close. 5.7 is 350. Yep. Back when they still ran the Vortec, turbo fires. TFZ, you're going to have to get some pictures of your projects up on the Discord. I want to see it. Well, all right. Let's get back in there. Come on, Galaxy. Come on. Come on. Don't argue. No. All right, let's do a little bit LS swap spirit. No, I'm not going to LS swapper. I have thought about doing a Coyote swap, but man, that's more money than it's worth. All right, I'm going to do one more magic trick. Maybe a couple more, but not many. For Meow, since she was kind enough to jump in, let's do something simple. For this magic trick, I'm going to use a rubber band. Hang on a second. Oh, wow. That does sound like a lot of fun, cruising like that. For this magic trick, I'm going to use a rubber band and my wedding ring. All right? You ready for this, Meow? Gravity is still gravity, even here at HQ. But I'm a firm believer that if a husband loves his wife more than anything in the world, gravity doesn't mean a thing. I'll do that again. Pretty cool? I'll let you take that in a moment. Oh my gosh. All right, I'm going to turn y'all down towards the table a little bit because I don't want you to miss anything on this one. Normal deck of bicycle cards, other than they're just really fancy looking. Give the deck a quick shuffle. $52 cards in a deck. Okay? 52 cards in a deck. Half of that is 26 cards. Okay? So I'm going to show you half the deck. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, and 26. You've now seen half the deck. There is no way possible that I can cheat this. So what I'm going to do from here is I'm going to bring up the 10 of hearts, okay, without looking at any of these cards. The 10 of hearts. The 10 of hearts. You like that? One of my favorite decks. It's just so neat looking. You think that's anything? I'm going to show you my original magic trick, okay? For this, just going to use a coin. All right, a little bit of sleight of hand. Okay. Here we go. Boom. Boom. It's not what you see. It's what you didn't see. Again, one more time. Normal coin. I don't do those collapsible coins. This is the real deal. Well, sort of. This is actually a 50th anniversary coin that I got from work for the Big Mac. But made of metal, does not collapse, doesn't bend. Some magicians will do that. That's not what I've done. Just my hands. And that's all it is. Not bad, huh? All right. I streamed a little longer than I anticipated because I started late, but hey, we got my time in. So if you enjoyed this, be sure to smash that like button. I appreciate y'all being here. You know, blown away, are you? Not bad for the old man. Thank you. I appreciate that. Here, one more time. Thank you, Meow. Appreciate that. There you go. What do you think? Not bad. Not bad at all. Oh, what the hell? One more. One more. You like that one, you're going to love this one. I'm going to turn you all around so you can all see what's going on here. All right, for this magic trick, he's positioned right in my hand. I call this one the Three Ladies, okay? Now, the way this magic trick works is basically my wife, Princess Faye, and we'll even say that Queen Bee's even in on this, okay? And one of their friends. They're going to go, originally this is a variation of another card trick. Sometimes it's called the Three Cowboys. Sometimes it's called the Three Bank Robbers. I didn't like that. But I do like this. This is a lot better. But what you do is with this particular card trick, Princess Faye, Queen Bee, and a friend of theirs is going to go into Walmart and they're going to leave me and TFZ Gaming out in the car. While they're in Walmart, we'll say that that the friend is going to go over here and look at some different, just they're going to go over and look at maybe shoes. Queen Bee is probably going to run over and look at look at makeup for later for Princess Faye to slather all over my face. And Princess Faye, I hope, is going over to look at something very interesting in the clothing section. All right. So I know if TFZ Gaming and myself get to missing our ladies a whole lot, that all I got to do is grab my cell phone, give them a call, and say, gals, we're missing y'all. Y'all better get back out here. Missing you half to death. And I know just like that they'll come running to make sure that we're okay. And real quick, if you're wondering, did I stack up the queens? Obviously, I did not. I don't do that. There will be no extra queens in this deck, I promise you. From beginning to end, what you see is what you get. How's that? That good? Mind blown a little bit, huh? Oh my gosh. All righty. All right. So that brings us to a good stopping point. I need to start getting ready for bed. I got to get up bright and early. I'll be at work at 4 o'clock in the morning, my time. So in a few hours, basically, I'm going to be up and I'm going to be heading out the door to go to work. Yeah. So I'm exhausted, but I still appreciate every last one of you being in here with me. You guys are awesome. Every one of you, you guys are amazing. And I'm grateful for every last one of you. I can't thank you all enough for being here with me. I'll give Princess Faye a wonderful holler for you. Now tomorrow, our kitties, which Galaxy's working up to trying to knock over a television, so I will need to jump off of here before she decides that that's a thing. I think she's chasing a bug. But anyhow, you guys are awesome, every last one of you. I appreciate you being in here with me. I appreciate you spending time with me and enjoying some magic. I know Tuesday, we will be off tomorrow. For those of you in the United Kingdom, it would be like Wednesday morning when you would see me again. But here in the US, yes, it's been awesome. Thank you, Ian, for being here. I'm so sorry again for everybody for starting late, but hey, we're still here and we're still rocking. That's all that mattered. And so tomorrow I will not be live. It's probably going to be some sort of loaded content. I've been meaning to try to load some content, but it seems like every freaking Monday something weird has to happen and I can't even get close to loading content. But tomorrow is supposed to be loaded content day. Tuesday we will be back. So that's Tuesday. Wednesday, we'll be streaming. Again, it'll be 7 o'clock my time, which is 7 o'clock Central Standard Time US. But for those of you in the United Kingdom, it'll be 1 o'clock a.m. you guys' time when we go live again. So now that I've said that, Tuesday, we will probably have an unboxing episode and probably a Q&A. I'm going to be trying to take it easy this coming week. Wednesday, we're going to be outside working on the bicycle project again. So we're going to continue with the DIY. Thursday will be sober talk. We're going to be in the office chit-chatting about sobriety again. Friday is supposed to be a food Friday. I've got an idea what I want to do that day. I don't know if that's going to be a thing, but I've got a pretty good idea what we're doing that day. And then Saturday, depending on when Princess Faye's schedule looks like, Sexy Saturday should still be on unless Princess Faye has to work late that day. Then Sexy Saturday will not be on because I can't expect her to come in and be able to do, to do that live stream after working, a long shift. I can't expect her to do that. So we'll do something Saturday. I just don't know what. And there's an excellent chance, depending on how I feel, where Sunday we may not be doing that much, if anything. I may actually have to cut back to 5 days only streaming while I'm working basically every day of the week right now at work, and I'm working 9 hours a day. It's just that's too much to ask even of me. I'm a tough son of a gun, but I'm not that tough. So that's kind of where we're at on that. We'll play that by ear the rest of the time. Okay. Which I think you all understand. I mean, tonight was an example. I finally smashed a wall and I needed some sleep because I just could not stir at all. I just physically could not get up. I was just so exhausted. And yeah, I'm basically burning the candle at both ends. So that is kind of how the week looks. So I will not be live tomorrow, but I will be in and out of Discord, and I might be poking my head in and out of some of you guys' streams and some of your videos. If you see a aircraft remover, I'm going to start setting that one up for tonight, and it'll be ready to go by tomorrow. The Almighty from Destiny 2 will be shot down by none other than aircraft remover. Real quick, meow. I know you're still in here. Do me a favor. Do me a favor. You have not, if you're not familiar with aircraft remover, there is a playlist on my channel called Aircraft Remover. Go in and just click on the first video. I promise you, you will not be able to stop laughing from beginning to end. It's very funny. You'll love every video. My personal favorite is still number 8. Okay, let me give you a little backstory. When we were doing the taillight panel on Project Spirit, we had to use this spray called Aircraft Remover. And it's by and the particular aircraft remover in question is made by Rust-Oleum. My 80s childlike mind was looking at the label, aircraft remover, and immediately I started thinking of helicopters exploding and things like that. Well, it's now, and basically at the end of that video, you literally see me with this can of aircraft remover, and I point at it and go, aircraft remover. And it's literally a product that anybody can buy. And I go, aircraft remover, and I point it up and act like I spray it. Well, then something explodes. And doing that, that was at the end of that video. And when I showed it to Princess Faye, I mean, I'm laughing at it, but Princess Faye, she's like, it's funny, but it is so clever. I can't even laugh. It is so clever. So that kind of became one of the biggest running gags here on the channel. And the last one that we did was from The Fifth Element. The Fifth Element. And Chris Tucker, I guess you could say, makes a guest appearance on the Prince Magnum channel. And you literally see where he, coming at you live from Floston, and he jumps into shot paradise, and then, aircraft remover, and then you see all these people screaming and everything, then a ship explodes. It's hilarious. I can't get, trying to explain it to you won't do any justice, but I promise you will laugh from beginning to end. Everybody loves it. As a matter of fact, Ian asked me to take out the Almighty from Destiny 2 with aircraft removers. So I said, yes, I would do that. So that's one of the next ones. So it's going to be funny. It's going to be hilarious. We're going to have a lot of fun with that one. And then there might be one more, but I know we're getting close to seeing the Death Star explode, which you guys know that the season finale of Aircraft Remover will be right after that. Oh, yeah. Yeah. You will love it. I promise you. And then, of course, we get into Aircraft Remover, other uses, which I've kind of already started that one. Poor Anakin Skywalker. He'll never be the same again. Yep. But I think for Ian, I think one of his personal favorites, I forget which one's your personal favorite. I know you've got a couple personal favorites. Um, but yeah, just Chairman, I didn't even know you were in here. Well, you have a good night, buddy. You were lurky turkey. Oh man, Chairman's a good guy. He does real short, cute, short videos. He's a really good guy, and he's been working on his channel, but YouTube's been a dick to him. All righty, so that does bring us to a good stopping point. Again, all of you are amazing. Thank you all for being here with me. I'm exhausted. I'm going to go get some rest because if I don't, I'm probably going to collapse on stream. Oh, you've seen it more than 6 times. You've seen it more than 6 times. I think you said you finally stopped at like the 20th time. It was so, yeah, you didn't stop laughing. My personal favorite is still oh man, my personal favorite is still the one where William Shatner, says fire. Of course, then right after that, aircraft remover, extra strength. That's still a favorite. But I promise you, yeah, Meow, you're gonna have to check it out. You'll love it. You'll love it. It's funny. All right, so that does bring us to a good stopping point, as I keep saying. All right, again, all of you are amazing. Every last one of you. Thank you for being here with me. As always, get out there and work on a project. I don't care what it is, just do something with yourself. Thank you. Idle hands and a creative mind go together like oil and water. If you have a sweetheart, sweep them off their feet. Do something special for them today. And as always, for all of you out there, especially in these dark times, if no one out there has told any of you that they love you today, Prince Magnum does. God bless you and have a happy 24. Thank you.